All right, everybody, here we go. Welcome, episode 2, week 2. NFL season starts tonight. Little kickoff action. Thank you to everyone that tuned in. We beat 4. That's what we were thinking. 4 people. Ended up having about 150 views. Some comments, some likes. More than that?
More than that.
Yeah, we could check that out. We got technology. There's a lot going on here. We got a backdrop. Go blue. I don't know.
A lot of comments that we got from people. One was saying our backdrop was very girly.
It wasn't very masculine.
2 was having the dog sit on my lap the whole show was a little weird.
Yeah, I thought it was, great.
Just a bunch of different things. Apparently this is not a podcast, so I've been telling people, I did a podcast. I was corrected to say, no, this is just a video that Joe's uploading on YouTube.
I think it's a podcast.
We had somebody share it on Facebook. We got some interesting things on the podcast. Podcast isn't that podcast.
It's podcast.
On Facebook, I guess. Yeah, about we have views and likes. So I don't know. Thanks, guys. I guess.
Yeah, thank you. See, you're a pro now.
But
we ended off last week. You didn't even know how a comment could happen.
I'm still really not sure.
Yeah.
And your internet stinks. Comcast. No internet in this
Pro.
place.
All right. So a lot of comments were revolving around the rundown. Or the lack of a rundown. It's a rundown.
The name of this, you named it Unprepared, which means you come unprepared.
I am very unprepared.
So I have some things I want to talk about. I wanted to start about some of these NFL contracts.
Okay.
Is that a Felix Jones jersey you're wearing?
Yeah, because he's same age as our running back room.
I thought he was dead. So,
the cat.
CeeDee Lamb I thought you were wearing. So I just want to discuss the CeeDee Lamb contract a little bit and to talk about how, professional athletes get absolutely screwed. So CeeDee Lamb is making $34 million this year.
Okay, he got screwed.
What is his net income take home?
Well, he's in the great state of Texas, so he gets to keep most of it.
Yes, there's no state income tax.
All right.
So how much is he coming home out of the $34 million that he's making?
$34 million, tax is about 18?
18.6.
All right, pretty damn close.
12.6 in federal.
Yeah.
$1 million jock tax, $1 million agent fees, and $800,000 in FICA and Medicare.
Okay, so he could represent himself and save $1 million like Lamar Willis Jackson did.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, too. He doesn't have to have an agent.
So then we have Ayuk.
People could go buy stocks themselves, I guess.
Or electric cars.
Whatever.
Ayuk, 4 years, $120 million, 76 guaranteed, $47 million before April 1st, 2025. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot.
And Hassan Reddick is the only guy still sitting out.
Well, all right.
I guarantee you that Monday night in San Francisco, he's in uniform.
Okay, so here's my thing with that. Hassan Reddick, I think it's... I don't know how everyone...
He's nice to have.
He's standing on his business. You got to represent his business and all that stuff. And that sounds great. But I don't see how you're a teammate. You show up to the facility for a press conference and then you are gone. I don't see how that's a teammate. Yes, you want to get paid, but I'm going to put in Green Day, Walking Contradiction. That's going to be inserted here. So if I say cut...
The good news is that
you're flip-flopping floozy.
I have the Jets on Monday, but it's all about the Bucks on Sunday, baby.
You're going to root for a broadcast. You're going to root for Tom Brady in a broadcast booth with Kevin Burkhardt. I was right about that.
Love every second of it.
Because
love them beating the Commanders at home.
Yeah. Oh, Commanders. We can say that.
They'll be the Redskins soon.
Until we can't. So one thing I want to say about the contracts, I mean, you're under contract to play. So I look at Jamar Chase, who I happen to love. I really like Jamar Chase, LSU.
You see how they get to the facility today?
No.
They have to cross a street. There's crossing guards in Cincinnati on a busy street that are crossing NFL players across the street.
Safety first. So, anyway, Jamar Chase.
They also sold TVs. Did you see that?
No.
The Bengals. You're just talking about the Bengals and a contract.
Should I get a Burrow jersey out here? And a Burrow jersey
They had over 200. They had over 200 TVs in the stadium.
Okay.
They sold them all, but you can only buy one a person.
Okay.
And they preferred cash.
Of course.
And you picked them up at the stadium. So between that and then needing a crossing guard to cross them across the busy street to get from one side of the practice facility to the other.
And that's why we picked the Ravens. Anyway, we'll get to that later on in the show. All I want to say about the contract...
How are they going to pay for Jamar Chase? They're going to sell more TVs?
I guess. But the Browns... not the Browns. The Bengals apparently this is kind of how they do things. They don't want to spend money. The owner would rather make it than spend it. I don't see how you give Joe Burrow what you gave Joe Burrow and then not sign Jamar Chase. Like, you draft these guys hoping to want to pay them because that means it panned out. So you drafted a stud, and now you got to pay him. But I don't see how these receivers... Fat T. Higgins. I don't even see like a CeeDee Lamb, obviously number one A wide receiver in the league.
Next topic. Talking about wide receivers.
Yeah, here we go.
Travis Hunter. Wide receiver. Cornerback. 7 catches, 132 yards, 3 touchdowns in the first 2 games.
Ridiculous catch for a touchdown. Like falling.
Great defender.
Back.
He's going to be the number 1 pick probably in the draft.
Probably is.
You draft him, what do you let him play in the NFL?
Well, first of all, it all matters apparently what Coach Prime, where he wants him to go. Because he said that him and his son, Shador, are only going where he wants them to go, or he'll pull an Eli Manning. That will be the one and only time we reference Eli Manning on this podcast, show, video, whatever you want to call it, because there's no reason to talk about Eli Manning. That was perfect. No, spot on. Spot on. So,
You're already canceled.
Not canceled. I got an electric vehicle. I'm uncancelable. Cancelable. So anyway.
But I want to go back to Travis Hunter.
All right.
First pick in the draft.
Yeah.
Cornerback or wide receiver?
I mean, why can't he do both? Even if one is not full-time.
Can't. It just can't.
What?
Because the NFL game is... They're too big. They're too fast. There's no way.
I say wide receiver.
I say cornerback.
I say wide receiver.
How about Cam McCormick? He's in his 9th college football season at Miami.
Going from Cam Rising to Cam McCormick.
He's 26 years old. He's in his 9th college football season.
It should not be allowed. It shouldn't be allowed. There has to be a way to phase this out. It makes no sense. We still have COVID years. It's absurd. It's absurd. These guys are men.
If we run back the contracts real quick, how is Golden State paying Steph Curry $63 million?
I really don't want to talk basketball at all.
I was just wondering.
Yeah.
What about PJ Hairston? Remember him?
Yeah.
Would you want his autograph if he wanted to give you an autograph?
I take it.
Just so you know, he is...
He's going to be at the local Bottle King on Route 35.
He's not, but that's a good segue to tonight.
The Source.
We have The Source. We have the
From
Ultra... Allura? How do you say that?
Aloha? No, Allura.
Allura. Delicious. We will be drinking these tonight. But back to PJ Hairston.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's meeting up with people and finding people on Instagram, having them Venmo him money for signed authentic merchandise and not sending anything.
Very good.
Delicious.
Very good.
I just thought I just had to throw that in there.
Throw that in there.
The Browns selling TVs and then having to cross the street to get to their facility with a crossing guard.
The Browns are who are losing to the Cowboys.
Jamar Chase actually almost got hit by a RAV4 or a
hilarious.
4Runner, whichever one it was.
That's hilarious. That's why you got to get paid. It's dangerous. It's dangerous.
You don't want to play for the Browns.
You don't want to play for the Browns. We're talking about the Bengals, but you don't want to play for the Browns either.
Yeah, you probably don't. You got Deshaun Watson there.
Well, we can go.
And just so you know, Aaron Rodgers expects greatness.
Of course he does, for the 40 seconds that he plays.
So is Taylor Swift show up at the game tonight?
Yes. Taylor Swift shows up at the game tonight.
But they're
even
broken
though
up by the
leaked.
28th.
It was leaked. Listen, we've said it's a sham. The NFL, it's all distraction. Look over here. Don't look over there. Look over here. Look at the shiny thing we're dangling. It's what this country does. We're not going to talk politics. But I got a nice EV credit. Anyway, so what happens is she shows up to show that everything is okay. And after Mahomes throws a late touchdown to ice the game, they're hugging and embracing, and it's all a beautiful thing. And everything is okay in Swift. Kelsey's a plant. That's all it is. He's a plant. But they got to make it look... They got to make it look good.
I hate the NFL, just so you know. We go over this.
Listen,
and I go in fantasy leagues, and we bet games.
I love it. Speaking of, I'll
Nobody cares that you're a fantasy football champion. That's totally...
We talk about fantasy football. This is what they call a championship belt.
Nobody cares about that.
Auction Keeper League champion. That's how we do it.
Nobody cares.
That's how we do it. So start them, sit them, questions, put them in the comments. You want to know? I got you. I'm only in 5 leagues, only won one of them, but that's all right. We're a champion. Champion.
It should be a league of integrity. One league.
All right, what else you got?
Two interesting stats.
This is really good.
It is. Two interesting stats from baseball. Number one, the AL Central is 38 games under 500 as a division.
Is this, wait, are you taking this back to relegation?
No.
Because I'm not talking about relegation.
Well,
the whole
let's come on, just listen to this.
Get him out of here!
No, but that's where you're wrong. There's 38 games under 500 as a division.
Okay.
But there's 5 teams in the division, 4 are over 500.
Oh wow.
So the
Shy
White Sox are 170 games under 500. They should be relegated.
They should.
And then
Nicely walked out.
an interesting Yankees stat, which is the opposite of what normally happens.
Oh, let's look at the Yankees record. They don't win anymore. The Mets win every single day.
20 games. How come the Mets have 3 guys that look like Jeff McNeil?
They change them. You're trying to say they all look alike?
They all look alike.
Damn leprechauns.
Snicker, Decker. Who's that guy? The guy with the long hair.
Matt Ten Decker? No. Jesse Winker?
Yeah, Winker. He looks like McNeil.
That is honestly racist.
And then Nemo, he's got long hair too.
I feel uncomfortable.
There's a lot of guys with long hair on that team.
Yeah, and they don't hit. Well, Winker had a grand slam yesterday. That was good.
Well, back to Yankees. So
20 games. Okay. So this is great. The Yankees are 20 games over, right? Their last 10, they're 4-6, which is actually better than I thought. The New York Metropolitans.
Hold on. Let me give you my stat now, since you said that. Yankees are 20 games over. They're 500 against teams sub 500, and 20 games over against teams over 500.
So they're playing down to their competition. They're not getting up
in
for
the
the big
playoffs.
games.
They don't have to worry about that.
I mean, I guess. Mets 18 over. Won 7 straight. 8-2 over the last 10.
They're not 18 over?
Oh, no, they're not.
12.
All right, they're 12 over.
Holy cow.
12 over.
Where'd you go to college? CSI?
Yeah.
Oh, no, in Hofstra.
Yeah,
Where else did you go?
Yeah, St. John's. Whatever. It is what it is.
Joe was the transfer portal before the transfer
Has anyone
portal
seen Van Wilder? Write that down.
All right.
All right, so let me just make an exciting announcement in the meantime, because the rundown is getting me a little bit frazzled today.
I can't believe it's some exciting announcement.
So, yeah, exciting announcement. So, very happy to say that at this point now we are able to go live. So, we can live stream. So, if you guys want to see us live stream during a game or something like that.
But how are they going to talk to us?
You really don't know how this works?
This is a video again. We're going over this again. It's a video that you're going to post.
Right.
That you're going to post during the game.
This is not a live stream.
Nobody's going to watch.
This is not a live stream. A live stream is, hey, we're going live at 9 o'clock. So everyone knows we're going live at 9 o'clock. And we just click the button, and then it's a live feed. They comment, we see it on the screen.
And at what point do you shut it off when there's only 3 people watching?
When there's only,
we're going to sit here and be
when
like...
there's only 3 people watching.
But what if there's like 2?
What if there's 5? My mother, your mother. Anyway. All right. So anyway, keep it moving. Back to the
you
non-rundown.
You said that there was 150 something
145.
views.
145 views.
Check right now.
Individual views.
And how many... Oh, okay. How many times? I was going to say, how many times did you watch it?
It doesn't count for that.
All right.
Yeah,
you
no,
watched it like
it's
30
legit.
times.
Because I think it's great. Yeah, we got people watching it right now.
I'm very happy that Michigan is going to get their first loss this
There we
week.
go. They're going to get their ass kicked.
Yep.
All right. So...
And let's jump straight into picks while we're doing this. First college game, I picked. It's a bad slate.
You can't talk.
It's a bad slate.
You can't say that and then not let me respond.
It's a bad slate.
You gotta mute your mic. Mute your mic.
It's just a debate.
It's a debate.
So
that's how you debate.
So there's 4 games. There's only 4 games on the slate we're gonna pick. First one, Michigan, Texas. Texas -7.
That's 7.5, by the way.
7.5. Sorry.
I
got Texas.
I bet you do. At
Texas, that's like a 30-pointer.
It's not at Texas.
Actually, it's at Michigan.
It's in the Big House.
So that's how bad it is. That it's a 7.5 point spread with Texas at Michigan.
All right, so Texas is very good.
Did you see the Quinn Ewers Dr. Pepper commercial?
No.
So he's like pretending he's like a cop. You know what that cop, Dr. Pepper cop guy?
Yeah.
And he says something like, do you need backup? He goes, do I need backup? He goes, I don't need backup from the guy with good hair with the last name, the famous last name. Taking shots at Archie Manning. All right, back to...
Yeah. The hell is that?
I have no idea.
What's going on? What fake dog is that? All right, we got fake dogs. All right, I got to take Michigan. I'm a fan, and I try to be realistic. It's going to be a dog fight.
A dogfight.
It's going to be a dogfight. They're going to try and run the ball. Donovan Edwards plays big in big games. He's the New York Yankees. He plays well against Ohio State. He plays well in the playoffs. Last year is completely disappointing. I think it should be Alex Orji.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't have a quarterback.
No, we do. He just doesn't play much. Listen, this kid, he could be good. A pocket passer.
This Orji guy?
No, Alex Orji is an athlete. He can throw the ball. He could run. They put him in a couple of plays last week. He's not a pure pocket passer. But, I mean, did he throw the ball at all?
1 for 2 for 3 yards and a touchdown.
Right. Versus 15 for 25. And the pick wasn't really a bad pick.
So, there's a long way of saying, do you have a this guy
Yeah,
tied his hair blonde? Davis Warren?
He's sunning. Yeah, I'm not sold on Davis Warren. I like Alex. And everyone loves the backup quarterback. I get it. But
yeah, you're one of those guys.
Give me. You don't want to say that? You don't want to keep saying his name? You want to say his name? You want to say his name?
I don't want to say his name.
Oh, he breaks a run! Here goes Orji for the pylon!
No,
That's what you want to happen.
It's on Fox. We might get Gus.
Gus. Oh, definitely getting
You want
Gus.
to go to the game? $165.
I can't drive. We'd have to charge it 5 times.
Anyway, 75-25. That's what this. All right. Enough.
All right. Enough. Next game. Did you mark it down?
I did.
All right. So wait a second. Back to the ADD. We're all over the place. Beautiful minds. We get it. We're doing picks. We're gonna do some college picks, and then we're gonna do some NFL picks. There might be a special call-in pick. We might have a special segment. And then we also may have a nap sleeper of the week. So just so you know, we're going to set the framework because we're getting better every week.
If you say so.
A little bit better.
We have Tennessee -10 against NC State. At NC State.
I like NC State. I like NC State at home.
I like Tennessee. Let's put this on just for shits and giggles because we know that Prime, they're going to win like 3 games.
So I was wrong.
Nebraska.
It was 5.5, not 4.
Nebraska -7 at home against Colorado with Areola at quarterback.
Excuse me?
Isn't that what his name is?
I don't know. Nebraska. Give me Nebraska. Give me the Cornhuskers.
I agree. I go Nebraska.
Yeah, it's Prime. It's over.
And last, because there's not too many good games, Oklahoma State -7.5 at home
Always.
against Arkansas.
Always. Ooh.
I'll go SEC.
Yeah, I'm going Oak State.
Okay. All right, so we have our...
so that's our college picks. So we'll see how we do. We'll recap with that to start off the show next week. If
I
there is a
have
next week.
Texas, Tennessee, Nebraska, and Arkansas. You have Michigan, NC State, Nebraska, and Oklahoma State.
All right, I like it.
Let's go NFL.
In the league where they play.
We'll pick tonight's
Okay.
game, although I have no interest in picking tonight's game.
It's a tough game.
Clearly, it's a script game. It's the Chiefs. Taylor will be in the building. Chiefs will win, even though Derrick Henry should run all over them. Lamar Jackson should throw the ball all over. But we might see what happened in the playoffs. Lamar Jackson runs all over and then decides to stop running. On the McAfee show this morning,
They talked about it?
They did talk about it.
He just went down. He took a knee. And it was not for the national anthem.
Can't say that on the podcast.
It's already said. It's a show.
But interestingly enough, I had just had my hip replacement surgery, and you were sitting in my bedroom with me watching that game.
He was. His hips don't lie.
He just took a knee. Ran 20 yards, took a knee, instead of going in the end zone.
T-bowing.
So who are you going?
Probably get more trouble for taking a T-bow than a national anthem kneel. All right, anyway. I'm questioning the Ravens defense. So I'm going with the Chiefs because it's at home. It's a script game. It's a plant. Swift will be there.
All right.
And I want to see Xavier Worthy. I'm interested to see how they use him.
Well, I also drafted him thinking Rashid Rice.
I want to see if Rashid Rice gets taken out in handcuffs at halftime.
But he's not. He's not getting suspended. But who
not at
did?
all.
Somebody did.
Who did?
Somebody did. Somebody got suspended for like 6 games.
I don't know.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, we'll bring it to you next week. All right. So first game.
Next game for me. You might want to look up some games. I am taking the Bengals -8.5 at home against the Patriots because I think the Patriots are the worst team in football.
Patriots are the worst team in football. Do I have to pick? I don't have to pick the same games you pick.
My next pick.
Rapid fire.
The Dolphins.
It's a 6-pack, right?
It's 4 games, but we picked tonight just because. It's
so
tonight.
4 and a bonus.
Dolphins -3.5 at home against Jacksonville.
All right, so that's a good segue. We're going to take a break from the picks because one thing I wanted to talk about, to his comments. Is there a player in the NFL? Hold on a second.
Stop.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get the dog to walk.
But she already pissed on your
Yeah, I was going to say. How many do you want to piss on
I
next?
get the kids anyway.
She's hanging out with me.
She ate some food.
You don't know to his comments today?
No, I was going to talk about how what the contracts, Alabama contracts, were worth like $500 million over the last 3 weeks, something like that, which were insane.
All right, hold on. Let's.
So I do the rundown. I have all the things to talk about. There's one thing you want to talk about, and you don't even have it.
I'm not prepared. I'm just here.
But you clearly wanted to talk about this.
I did. So Tua basically said that he claims to have the it factor, and he said he's had it since high school. I don't think.
Cousin it? People said my hands. They don't like my hands on the screen with the dog.
I don't know what to do with these hands. All right, so he said that he has the it factor. Thing is, I don't think he does. I don't think he has the swagger. I think he has Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. That's what I think he has.
And A-Chain.
And A-Chain and Mostert and probably some other fast guy that'll blow out his ACL, but he'll be sick and everyone will be going for the waiver wire for him in week 1. That being said...
Why do you hate on the Dolphins so much?
I hate on the Dolphins. I don't know. Can you think of a player... I can think of 2.
Yeah, Braxton Berrios goes out with Alex Earl.
All right, so he has it. But can you think of a player that actually has it but can say, I have it?
Braxton Berrios.
Other than Braxton Berrios for obvious reasons. Tyreek Hill?
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow can say it. Tyreek Hill can say it. Other than those 2 guys, Patrick Mahomes can say it, even though he bothers me at times. I don't think you can say it. Your teammates can say it.
Tua has a 97 career quarterback rating and has 81 touchdowns and only 37 interceptions. 67% passing.
But to say that you have the it factor.
It seems like he does.
Yeah, doesn't.
What's his contract?
He just got a monster contract.
He must be it.
God. Comment, what do you think? Tua it? No. All right, so...
Nobody's going to comment.
You have...
My next game is the Texans -3 against the Colts. Use Anthony Richardson in Indianapolis because Anthony Richardson can't throw.
Amazing.
And then last but not least, I have the Rams +4.5 in Detroit on Sunday night.
Okay.
I think that's a 3-point game. That's a Sunday night. Dogs always win.
Yep.
Who do you
All
have?
right, so I'm going to start in a very strange place. I'm going to start in Nolans. I'm going with the New Orleans Saints at home -4 against the lowly Carolina Panthers with sharp teeth and claws. I don't think Bryce Young takes a step forward. I think they...
But you're a believer in Derek Carr and his
I don't even know.
mascara.
I don't even know who's starting for that team, but I know I'm taking that game. Give me.
I saw a pretty cool meme. It was, speaking of the Saints, it was Ricky Parasol walking around shot.
Yeah, shot.
And
I saw it
only
too.
out 4 games, might be ready to go.
He was going to show up to that party.
Yeah, and what's his name? Michael Thomas stubbed his toe on the refrigerator.
Never play
and
ever
he's out
again.
3 years. Yeah.
Never play ever again. Because he went to Ohio State. Soft.
I need a Ricky Parasol jersey.
ATL.
If you want to buy me something for the podcast.
I'm staying in. We should put like a little patch. I'm staying in the NFC, the wonderful NFC South, which is terrible.
We just talked about the fact
bad?
that there's not even a
So
team
bad.
that's going to win the NFC
Nope.
South.
But I'm going with the ATL Falcons. -3.5
Kirk Cousins.
at home against the Steelers. Russell Wilson, that's my segue. Does Russell Wilson ever play it down for the Steelers?
No, actually, because he apparently has sore calf.
Sore calf.
And Mike
Achilles.
Tomlin said he's fully ready to go with Justin Fields.
And that's going to be what happens.
Which means ownership wanted them to play Wilson.
Yep.
He stinks.
He's not good.
Tomlin told him, you're hurt.
You're not feeling well.
And Justin Fields is going to play.
That's what happens. All right, so we agree on that. I'm taking the Falcons -3.5 at home against the Steelers. Next, I'm going in a place, another weird place for me. I'm starting to be a believer. Chicago Bears -3.5.
God, the guy who paints his fingernails.
paints
You're
his
betting
fingernails.
a guy who paints his
He
fingernails.
paints his fingernails. It's terrible. It's terrible. Kids.
Oh,
don't paint your fingernails.
interesting segue into guy who paint their fingernails. Jared McCain,
Oh my
the
God.
old Duke player.
He commented on my daughter's video once. Give it a like. Because you can do that.
Could we get Jared McCain to like our stuff? Maybe when we talk about this.
All right.
The Sixers moving to Jersey.
Oh,
We would never go watch them because
No
it's
way.
in Camden,
Yeah,
but it's still an hour and a half away.
I don't like pull a Ricky
We want to
Pearson.
live.
Yeah.
But, you know, how would the Sixers ever let that happen?
Never happen.
Apparently, the practice facility is already in New Jersey. And
I didn't know that.
They want to put the arena in this area they call Chinatown that has no parking.
Oh, perfect.
So I don't know
Sounds
how
like
you're
the
putting
Barclays Center.
I don't know how you're putting the arena there. So just interesting that just throwing it out there, hometown team, Sixers move,
I'll still hate him.
cool uniforms.
Still hate him.
I might be walking around with an Embiid or a Tyrese Maxey shirt.
See, and this goes to every time we're gonna lose.
Hometown team.
Flip-flopping.
That's a hometown team.
Flip flopping.
Anyway,
so
you
this could have been his. This actually might have been his. It wasn't. But around that time,
I
no,
did
it
have that
wasn't.
jersey, but
Of course you did.
Yeah.
Little Braylon. All right, how many picks do I got?
You have one more.
I got one more. So the next pick actually is going to be interesting. Again, Nap Sleepy Dog. Arizona Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals in Buffalo. Josh Allen will figure it out, folks. But he has no one to throw to. Not week one. He'll figure it out.
So you want to laugh?
Not yet.
We
Mauve.
talked about this a little bit last
Mauve.
week, and so me and
Outright.
Me and James were doing a fantasy draft, and I'm like, how bad could their wide receiver really be?
Terrible.
Keon Coleman, a rookie from Florida State.
Oh, all right. Perfect segue. Never, ever mentioning Florida State for this podcast ever again.
Oh, they're brutal.
They are so bad. ACC is terrible. I don't want to mention. There's none of this. There's no Knowles. There's no nothing.
Mac Hollins,
Yep. He's like a Dolphin for like 17 years.
like 2. Curtis Samuel. There's not even an S there. It's just Curtis Samuel.
Oh, they cut it.
He sucks so bad. There's no S.
They cut it. Yeah, you got.
Khalil Shakur
Yeah, Shaker.
and MVS, and they got MVS.
Oh, they got MVS. Where'd Gabe Davis go? Like Jacksonville or something stupid?
Yeah, he's somewhere dumb. And then like even running backs, like they're like
James
so.
Cook.
But is he good?
I mean,
And then who's Ray Davis?
Ray Davis. That was pretty funny on fantasy draft. Everyone's like Ray Davis.
Ray Davis.
Ray sounds like a guy you work. I worked with a Ray Davis. Sounds like something you work
He's
in
always
operations.
in the mailroom.
He's always hanging out. Just
And
trying
then
to,
Ty Johnson. He
Freaky.
spent 3 years on the Jets. He's terrible.
He's not good.
So they have nobody to play with.
Freaky Ty. That being said, Sleepy Dog, Joe Knapp's sleeper pick.
And if anybody knows me, they know that, I come from a family of gamblers. So my dad was a gambler, and my Uncle Joe is a gambler.
Is a gambler.
So Uncle Joe, which technology-wise, we got to figure out how to get him to call
gotta
in.
get him to call in.
But at the same time, you've had to help him at the ATM.
True, yeah, it's not fun.
Struggles getting money at the ATM.
It's not fun.
So he called in with a Texans -3
Okay.
is the Uncle Joe B
Uncle Joe.
special.
Special of the week. The
Houston
Texans.
-3.
I love the Colts. All right, so
You
next
can't
week.
like the Colts because you didn't take them.
I didn't take him, but I like him. Give me Anthony Richardson. Starting 2 leagues.
Now, do you have anything to talk? So, like, I dragged this show on my back again for another week.
Yep.
Anything to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, this is the time.
What are we doing?
This is the time. Nah, it's just football. It's a little chilly this morning. Walking the dog. John loves the dog. The dog loves John. Obviously, we saw that last week. It was cold.
Can we talk about the backdrop?
It's beautiful.
So Manchester City is up there.
I don't even know what that
So
means.
for soccer fans, a lot of soccer going on right now. International break, good stuff.
Free agent alert.
Somebody added old school boys. Uncle Joe on the thing.
Wow.
Just added
He
Gus
added him.
Edwards.
So Gus Bus, J.K. Dobbins. Who else always gets hurt? That was a Raven.
I mean, J.K. Dobbins tore his Achilles. Like Aaron
So
Rodgers.
it's Gus Bus, J.K. Dobbins, and someone else. It's another one. Over on the games played, Gus Edwards.
3.
Didn't Gus Edwards go to Curtis? What the hell is going on in this house?
I don't know. And what about the Commanders VP who got fired?
Yeah, so listen, I love it because James O'Keefe, shout out to OMG Media.
Yeah, because he's watching.
O'Keefe, you sit down with us one day. Listen, these people are garbage, okay? They're pieces of actual crap. I won't say shit. They're pieces of crap.
Where are you going with this?
Do you know what happened?
Yeah, I know what happened. I'm just saying he got fired.
You don't think he's a piece of shit?
I mean, I think that organization's a nightmare.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that I think that you need people in the media that want to really see what goes on. And that's what O'Keefe Media, OMG, that's what they do.
None of this was to talk about O'Keefe Media.
But that's who exposed the guy. And he got fired.
I know that.
Clipped. Got his wings clipped. Gone. So, bad college football slate. Hopefully we got a nice little chill in the air. We got a game. That's what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about that. I want to talk about Darius, don't call me K Slay. I don't travel.
He doesn't want to go to Brazil.
I don't travel. I don't fly. I'll drive to Disney because you get to see all the countries in Epcot. That's how we do it.
Well, when he came into the NFL, when you go into the NFL, do they tell you this is an international league?
No, because it's not. It's the National Football League.
So why are you going to Brazil?
You shouldn't.
So what?
The fact that we're not going to have like 7 1:00 on Sundays because they got to do, like you said, Scotty Hansen, it's absurd.
So
all
Darius
these international
Slay
games.
In 2023 got a $24 million guaranteed extension.
So he can say whatever he wants.
3 years, $42 million.
Say whatever he
$10
wants.
$10 million signing bonus.
Yeah, whatever he wants.
So
he can say whatever he wants. Yeah, it's the national football. There's never going to be football in Brazil. It's not going to happen. There's never going to be football.
There is a football
they have.
in Brazil. The right football.
Yeah, all right, soccer, America's, the world's game, all that happy horse shit that nobody cares about. But
You gotta get so upset.
Nah, I'm not upset. Survivor pick. I think we should give a survivor pick.
My survivor pick. Jeez.
It's not a good week for Survivor.
Bengals.
I like the Bengals. I go Bengals.
Are we gonna go to a Mets playoff game?
Well, you've been there before. Yeah, we're gonna lose the mic in 1%. So I guess that's God telling us wrap it up.
Well, I want to go to a Mets playoff game.
I haven't gone because I don't want to go to Queens. But if they're in the playoffs at home, We'll go to a game. That all being said,
maybe we could live stream from the parking lot.
Maybe we could live stream from the parking lot. That all being said,
I'll take my Mets stuff out.
Yeah, it's in the bin. More to come on that in coming weeks. I just want to say again, thank you for the support that we had. This is absurd. It's absurd. He's wearing the hat not for the but for Tom Brady. All right. Mike just went out. I don't know what happens. Yeah, famous Jameis.
Until next week.
Yeah. If you like what you saw today, guys, please like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that way you can see us when we go on. We will be going live. It will be fun. And I gotta say, Source, hell of an IPA. It's an IPA, not an IPA. See you next week.
What the hell does that mean?
It's like it's good. It's like an IPA. If it was bad, we'd be like, oh, it's an IPA.
Shut yourself. Now that we just had a beer, can I have another one?